Walt.
Hey, Joe. I'm almost scared to get into this one.
No, it's not. I mean, I think
I'm scared bad, Joe.
No, I think the one we did before, where we were talking positively about AI.
I was scared of that too.
Well, I think here we're going to jump on the bandwagon of haters.
AI is the devil's code base.
It's evil.
It's pure evil.
It's pure evil, man.
It's replaced everything good in the world.
Yeah, I mean, now the thing about this is Art Cheese is about art and making art, okay? So we're going to focus on how this stuff affects creatives.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not getting into all this. I'm honestly, I'm just sick of watching goddamn AI videos all week, getting ready for this episode.
If I see one more AI video about whether it's going to crash the stock market or go to the moon.
Yeah, it's just like crazy. But anyhow. And so, but the funny thing is I'm watching all of these videos on YouTube and things. I'm kind of like, there's this underlying current. It's just like, oh, AI is evil. AI is evil. And it's like, but you know what's evil?
People.
Fucking people.
The worst.
They're the worst. So, I think that's the thing about AI is what it does. It empowers the evildoers.
Well, you think about the entire history of technology, whether it's gunpowder, nuclear power, electricity, it can either light up your home or you can make an electric chair and kill somebody.
Yeah, right? I mean if you look at, like, oh, hey, here's a shotgun.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Is a shotgun bad?
It's either going to bring dinner home on the table, a pheasant dinner, or, you're going to shoot the guy next door because he, stepped onto your lawn.
No, stoop your wife.
A common scenario in old Pennsylvania, yes. We know that.
Anyhow,
no
so
stupid.
I don't know. I mean, that's part of it. It's like, like I was watching a video today. It's like some guy proudly showing how he's just completely rips off other people's content,
Right.
Doing nothing and just saying, it's like he records their script, sits there, generates a new script, has AI improve the script of the original, and then goes in and being very proud about the whole thing. It's like, and then I hire someone from Fiverr to sit there and then actually do the real work of like putting the ancillary material around it and do the video stuff. And then he posts it, and I have hundreds of these things, And I made $25,000 off of ripping off that guy.
No one should be proud of like mass rip-offery. That's bad.
Yeah.
Though, we have to admit that the history of art is mostly artists copying other artists.
There's always, and this gets thrown out. It's like, and this is the thing, is artists, and there's kind of the famous quotes, and actually I did the research on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's always attributed to Picasso.
Well, okay, here's one that I like. Francis Bacon, who loved Velázquez, right? And Velázquez has this terrific painting of a pope, and then Bacon did his version of it.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
Now, I think that's legit, and in a way, it's what many artists do. And if you go to art museums, a vast amount of art in art museums is artists kind of commenting on other artists' work,
right,
or styling, or being inspired by.
Well, it's part of the creative dialogue.
Absolutely.
That goes on with creating art. Yeah.
I think if we did not see things made by other people or hear things that excited us, it'd be very hard to start from zero.
Hey man, I love going to museums and checking out other art, but half the time I'm like, I'm collecting ideas.
Collecting ideas,
right.
Or I like one of the most fun things, and this isn't exactly what Bacon did, but it's the idea that you see a thing, let's say it's a painting of a woman bathing in a stream, and you look at it and you go, well, that's kind of okay. I can do better. Let me show you my version of
exactly,
that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better or informed by my experience.
Well, and music is like full of those. The cover's better than the original.
And especially you think about the history of art in religious art, it's like, well, here's my version of Jesus on the cross. No, I can top that. Here's my version. There's a million different versions. You go into Mexican art, there's these extreme bloody Jesus images. Everybody's got their different version of it.
There's the image of Jesus in a jar of piss.
Yeah, so it's like it is literally part of, you would call it the the lingua franca, the dialogue of art,
Right.
to have this discussion,
Right.
to riff on things.
Right.
And, we feel a little freaked out that, I think the thing that freaks people out possibly is like the AI, by the nature of its, construction, it's basically seen everything.
Yeah.
It's on the internet.
Right.
It's looked at every image that's on
and
the
that's
internet.
one of the contentions, is that it just stole all that stuff. It never asked permission. It went there and went through the internet and whatever sources it had, and just kind of just ripped off all this stuff, and so that leads to the thing is like, okay, it's kind of it's kind of this thieving weasel, which is AI,
a thieving weasel,
Yeah.
but few artists asked any other artist for permission.
No, see,
to-
exactly. So they didn't.
And-
They never did. And anyway, we brought it up, but the quote goes like, the mediocre artist borrows, the great artist steals.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
other thing I would say is, sadly, so much of the art that the AI has scraped and stolen has been deeply, deeply mediocre.
Yeah. Well, and I think
It's
that's
been
the
vanilla,
thing.
vanilla
Yeah,
versions
yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I-
artists are upset that their work was stolen, but honestly, it wasn't that original.
Okay, and we always get to this point with our discussions. It's like we've got to define artists. So we've got fine artists, and then we've got production artists, right?
Yeah.
And so okay, this is stealing my work. It's like, and you can do it. Like, for instance, I've done it just to try things out, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna put in hey, Midjourney, give me a portrait of me in the style of Jean-Michel Basquiat, right? And it's like, sometimes, but it kind of does, and you can see how dumb it is about how it does it, but it kind of does. And one other time I sat there and I go, oh, what if I could make new art in the style of a friend of mine? And so I went to his Instagram account and pulled about 24 images, put them in there into the Midjourney style creator. I think it was a mood board at the time. And and I said, okay. And so now give me an image of a monkey with a knife, wielding a knife. And it was like, it took a few times, but it's like, yeah, that looks like one of his. And I showed it, I wasn't going to use it and rip him off. In fact, I showed it to him. I said, hey man, check this out, this crazy AI stuff, and he was like, he was amazed. And it's like, I go, yeah, isn't that fucking crazy? And, but now that of course can be used maliciously. And someone can say, hey, I've got my certain style that I've developed for years to come to this, decade to come here. And now some production guy says like, oh, I want a picture of someone at a computer in the style of this artist, and then it's like, well, he didn't get anything for that,
Part of the probably hot button is the fact that many people wouldn't care if their work was copied because it was so admired.
Yeah.
But it's the money, right? It's the
Right.
fact that people are like, oh, I've struggled to make a living doing this.
Right.
And,
I'm already struggling trying to do something.
and somehow this thing is eroding my ability to make $1.
Right.
And that is what's really cheesing me off. It's not that I'm really insulted that someone likes my work and wants to make
Right.
work because that
Right.
happens all the time. I mean, every
Yeah.
artist is inspired by somebody and kind of but it's like, oh, wait a minute, I lost $12 of
Right.
I didn't get the job
I didn't get
because
the job, right.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
if it weren't for this commercial thing, which threatens people, and fair enough, it's extremely hard to be an artist, fine artist, maker, person.
Right.
We're not in a world that values creative making, intellectual shit.
And right now you'll look at, okay, here's the stream of YouTube, and you'll see it's like, okay, yep, they're using AI to generate the thumbnail or whatever, the initial images and things like that. You can obviously tell that. Now you can obviously tell that it's what it is. I don't know, a year or two, maybe not. And because there's these AI-isms that prop up in these things. And so I think that's the other thing about AI is that it will get even better at the fact that with deep fakes and things like that, you can't trust any media anymore.
Well, that's like a serious, deep issue across
Right.
culture. And there have been several studies recently from like the Pew Institute, other people.
Yeah.
Like trust in government institutions, trust in like you see all
Trust
these,
in medical. Trust in anything.
yeah, the Catholic Church. Everyone's molesting a
Right.
Boy Scout.
Yeah.
It's very hard to trust any institution or trust anyone.
Yeah. So it's pushing that dilemma forward.
It's pushing that
Accelerating rate.
dilemma forward. But
Right.
I kind of take this back to like a kind of more primitive state where I think like, okay, let's imagine that it's 1820 and
I love that time.
I know you enjoyed it very much, especially the mead and the old world cheese. But let's say you were a weaver in medieval England.
Yes.
All right, it's not even medieval; it's post-medieval. It's like pre-industrial revolution. You're a weaver, and somebody comes along and says, well, we've invented this mechanical loom that's going to make this fabric a lot easier.
Yeah, a lot easier, right?
Are you going to reject that because it's easier and faster to make a thing?
Well, you may reject it, but the person responsible for producing the things will not.
Right. Well, the consumer won't because they'll get the thing cheaper.
They'll get cheaper, exactly, cheaper and easier. Except nowadays they'll get it more expensive because there's this whole corporate grip. But we won't get into that.
But possibly, kind of what I'm touching on. What I'm really touching on is like the ease of AI to make some of these things. It threatens the craft of music. It threatens the craft of writing. It threatens the craft of painting, of drawing, of design. It threatens all these craft activities because normally you've got to spend 10 years developing the craft and the skill to do any good work at all, and suddenly this thing is able to squirt out an ice cream
but you know what it doesn't do is now okay and this gets to more to the personal is that in terms of producing work for commercial you're screwed but the thing is this, it's like you still as an artist, I mean, why do you do it? It's like the other day we 3 hours we spent charcoal drawing.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, and we hardly talked.
I didn't know what you were doing until I looked at it.
Which is a miracle for you.
Yeah, well,
so
it was early. It was early in the day.
Exactly, I didn't start drinking yet.
No.
And
no, it wasn't even, though I thought about a mimosa. I was like, where's the mimosa?
Where's the mimosas?
Yeah.
And so it was at your house. You're responsible for that.
I failed deeply.
So anyway,
fail.
But I mean, I was just lost in charcoal drawing. You know what I mean?
Right.
In this world of drawing. So, there's the beauty in all of that. And it's like, and so that's perfectly fine for, I think, the fine artist. Because I think in a way, AI may make fine art more important,
more special,
more
unique, more
authentic.
special.
Yeah.
If you choose to go down that
both
road.
making it and obtaining it and appreciating it. Yeah.
Well, it really, you're sort of into a heavy thing there with that charcoal drawing idea because really the machine, the AI, it's going to make whatever it makes.
Yeah.
But whatever you make, ideally, is more you.
Right.
Right? And if you can show us something that's more you, I mean, like, okay, granted, if you're a commercial artist and your job is to illustrate a Coca-Cola can, I mean, people were doing that a long time ago and have been doing it. And Coca-Cola can is not personal to you.
No, but there's been great artists doing some of that, like album cover work and things like that.
Absolutely.
That's been some great art.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, or you could say great skill, great craft, great, but,
like one of my favorite things are like 50s where if you find like the covers of old men's magazines.
Yes.
Those are some great friggin' things.
Right, right. Like kind of pulp illustration.
Pulp illustration.
Reynolds Brown.
I
and there's
so wish like friggin' 30 years ago I bought some of that stuff.
Because that had style and personality.
Yeah.
And that's true. Like what you have to offer as an artist that the AI does not have is you can still imbue it with your own style and personality.
That's right.
And
it can never do that. It's a pattern. It's a pattern matcher.
Yeah, and it's gonna go to the middle of a happy pattern. It's like if it scans 12,000 images of cats sitting on a pillow, what it would generate is the optimum middle yellow brown cat on a pillow.
Right. Yeah. So anyway,
So
yeah.
I would do a black cat on a red pillow.
So this is the thing: is I don't. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, it's no way. It's here.
It's here.
Except the tool, photography, not going away.
And it's going to keep getting better or worse, how you want to look at it.
Figure out how to work with it.
So I think, but the thing I think, individuals and individual artists, I think it's important time. It's an important time for people to, if you want to fight back, and I think it. And although you use it and I use it, and we're not necessarily anti-AI. But I think there's aspects of AI that we need to manage. And so one thing is I think there should be sort of a demand for a transparency of content.
Yeah, I mean,
when we post our videos, I clearly state it's like I use AI for some of this stuff,
Right. Well, I mean, there's nothing,
I'm thinking about replacing you at some point. But,
that would be a wise move. I mean, look, but I think also this is going to become entirely, part of the air we operate in. I don't say, this content was, I use the internet to put this content out.
Right.
I'm not using HTML to display this web page. I think soon it'll become less important that it was made by AI. What'll always be important is if the content feels original, singular, personal, unique to you, a unique voice. That's what to fight for. What the thing you got to fight for is your own space, your own voice, your own taste. That's right. And I'm going to we've said this before. You got to give yourself permission to be you.
Exactly. And and so I think there's kind of an interesting thing about that is that a lot, even with before AI, it's like what sold art was the artist.
Absolutely right.
Right?
Let your freak flag fly.
Exactly. Become an entity in of yourself that people want to be a part of.
I mean, I've said this to people, you walk around an art museum and, you see this, that, but occasionally you're like, oh, an Andy Warhol. Right. Oh, a Jackson Pollock. Those
I know their story.
You see the thing. Yeah. It's their story. Yep. It's their, AI doesn't matter.
It's the conflict of their life. It's the tragedies in their life. It's the arc of their life.
It is the human personality.
It's the human personality
captured in magic glue,
right.
And it works. It's true in film. It's true in music. Right. It's you see Martin Scorsese in the way Taxi Driver's made. Yeah. You see we were just listening to John Cage.
Yeah.
You see that this is singular and unique and weird.
Why is there no sound coming out of the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4:33.
Right. I thought it was broken.
That's what I think with Cage. It could be broken. It could be Cage.
So
anyway,
it's very easy to fear AI and think it's bad.
It is, but the important thing I think for individuals and people is support real art.
Oh, well, that's true. Support real art.
Right. Support real art. Support real artists. You as an artist, make yourself special. But also don't be afraid of the tool. Know the tool. Know the tool. Use it to your advantage.
If you want.
If you want, and if you don't, fine, But I mean, unfortunately, we're old. We don't give a shit. So, it's like,
I don't care if anyone likes
art. We make art to make art because we like making art.
Yeah, and I don't really, frankly, don't care if anyone likes Joe. Me, that's a little different.
He's very sensitive.
But, and if there's anyone's comment that says I'm bad, I don't know what I might do, so be very careful. You don't want to be responsible for me being, okay.
Anyway,
that's it.
At the end of the day, let your own specialness
and I'll also
overcome.
I'll also point anyone to the classic Zen story about the guy who, he was standing there. He's a farmer. He's a Chinese farmer.
This isn't gonna be boring, is it?
I'll try and go.
Oh, that's another episode.
No. This is we're gonna do the boring episode. The Chinese guy. He's standing there, and he's got his son, and he's got a horse, and his son's on the horse, And the army comes along and they say, we're going to recruit your son for the army. The kid falls off the horse, breaks his leg.
Right.
And so they says, well, good, bad, who knows? It was good. Was it bad that his leg was broken?
No,
was
it
it
was
good,
good.
that he didn't get conscripted by the army?
Right.
So the point here is AI, good, bad, who knows?
Too early to tell.
Too early to tell.